I had a whole different video plan to drop today, but we need to get into this Daniel Jones news. Now, for the past couple of hours, we have got big reports. We have got big, news on Daniel Jones and the contract negotiations with him and the New York Football Giants. Let's start off with what Jordan Rana had broke out first, saying that he was changing agencies from CAA to, I think, Athletes First. And, the first two things that people were talking about is that he possibly wants more money. He's coming for the bread. He's trying to break the bank, and he's gonna try to get as much money as possible, which could be true. It definitely could be true. And then the second alternative option was that maybe the contract negotiations were, dragging along. Daniel Jones wanted to speed up the process so maybe he was changing agencies to see if he can get, a deal done more quicker, more, faster before free agency really does start in March. So then we get Mike Florio out of nowhere dropping a report saying that Daniel Jones could possibly want more than $45 million a year. And when that news hit, Twitter exploded. Giants Twitter exploded. Everyone ran to their phones, ran to their keyboards, and just started tweeting along. And it's still a freaking mess right now on Giants Twitter, and I'm going to give out my thoughts on everything. First off, I don't think Daniel Jones is asking for $45 million a year. I really don't. I don't think Daniel Jones right now is a $45 million quarterback. I don't think that. And I know Joe Schoen wants Daniel Jones back as a New York Giant. He wants him back. And I do think I think when it's all said and done, Daniel Jones will be back as a New York Giant. I really do. I don't think there is no way Joe Schoen just lets him walk. I don't. The franchise tag definitely is still in play. That is why Saquon Barkley was the first person they went to talk to on a possible contract negotiation, because they wanted to save that franchise tag for Daniel Jones. And it does look like they might have to end up throwing the franchise tag on DJ while they are still negotiating a contract extension. Now let's look at the quarterbacks that are getting $40 million a year. You got Dak Prescott, who was, we already know that. Kyler Murray gets I think $46 million. Aaron Rodgers is up there. I think Deshaun Watson is up there. Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen are, getting, I think, less than $45 million a year. So if, Daniel Jones were to sign for $45 million, he would be getting Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen type money. And there is no way I think the New York Giants would sign that. I wouldn't even sign that. Again, I am a DJ fan. I love DJ. I am on the DJ bandwagon. Never got off of it. But DJ is not a $45 million quarterback right now. He's not. And I don't want to sound like a hater, but I'm going to keep it real. Daniel Jones before 2022, before Brian Dable, before Joe Schoen, before Mike Kafka was not a quarterback you even thought about paying $30 million. You weren't even thinking about paying DJ $30 million before 2022. He goes, doesn't get the fifth-year option, and we know that kind of upsetted him. And, he ends up having the best season of his career. He helps lead the Giants to, the divisional round, led them to the playoffs, led them to a 9-8 record, the best season we've had in a very, very long time. And I think DJ does deserve to get paid. I do want DJ to get paid. I want to get paid, $38 million. That is where I'm at right now with Daniel Jones. But $40 million is out. I just don't see it happening. I don't see it happening. And I don't blame Daniel Jones trying to get that money. I don't. You declined my fifth-year option. You basically said you didn't believe in me. You basically said, hey, we're going to go better yourself. See if you can prove that you could be the franchise QB of the New York Giants. And Daniel Jones did just that. He passed the test that Joe Schoen and Brian Dable placed to him right on his desk. He passed that test with flying colors. And if he is trying to get $45 million a year, I don't blame him. Let's look at the other quarterbacks that are, going to end up getting extended. Jalen Hurts by the Philadelphia Eagles. Reports have said that he could get possibly up to $50 million a year from the Philadelphia Eagles. Justin Herbert, he is going to end up getting paid by the LA Chargers. Joe Burrow is going to end up getting paid by the Cincinnati Bengals. Lamar Jackson, as long as that contract, the spiel has been going on, we're going to end up breaking that down really soon in a video. He is going to end up getting paid sooner rather than later. And even Derek Carr, who's a free agent now, who's looking at other teams like the Saints, the Jets, is going to end up getting paid. We understand that. So DJ's looking at that. His agent is probably saying, hey, do you see all those other quarterbacks that are about to get paid money? Do you see the money they're about to get paid? Let's try to get that. Let's try to get that, because right now Daniel Jones kind of has all the leverage. You know what I'm saying? What are the New York Giants and Joe Schoen willing to give Daniel Jones? And again, I really do think at the end of the day, the New York Giants and Daniel Jones are going to end up getting a contract done. If that franchise tag, has to come into play, it will have to come into play. I don't think Joe Schoen is going to sit back and let Daniel Jones, just walk out the door. But I also don't think he is going to, get fleeced, get you just absolutely overpay for Daniel Jones. I don't see it happening. Worst case scenario, the New York Giants give, Daniel Jones a franchise tag and he plays on the franchise tag this season. And that is, again, the worst case scenario, because with the Giants cap space, they have $46 million in cap space, up to probably $50 million cap space with the Kenny Golladay contract off the books. If you throw that $32 million cap hit onto the cap space, you take a big chunk of that away. You leave us with about $15 million in cap space. There is no Saquon. There is no bringing back Nick Gates. There is no nothing. You basically handicap yourself if you do end up throwing that franchise tag on Daniel Jones. But I do think if they do end up throwing that franchise tag on DJ, they would also get a contract extension done before free agency. I really do believe that. I don't think Daniel Jones is going to play in 2023 on that franchise tag. I don't think it will happen. That's why it will also be worst case scenario, if the Giants would have to throw that franchise tag on Daniel Jones. But I really just don't think Daniel Jones is going to get $45 million. I also want to just talk about Mike Florio for a minute. I don't take that report as concrete evidence. I don't take that report and just run away with it. I don't want to come out here and say, oh my God, Daniel Jones wants $45 million a year. It's over. No, I don't think Daniel Jones is asking for $45 million. If he was, I wouldn't blame him. And I'm not going to take this report and just run with it. I'm not. A lot of Giants fans are running around like a chicken with its head cut off of this report from Mike Florio. I'm not saying Mike Florio is a horrible podcaster. I'm not saying he doesn't know his football, but I also don't think his word is heavier than Jordan Rana's. I don't think his word is heavier than the Adam Schefter's. I really don't. And, I think that if we are going to really, survive this offseason, we gotta stop just believing anything. We have to. Jordan Rana is, probably the most reliable reporter and a reliable source you have out here. So whatever he says is concrete. He's like the closest guy to the Giants organization. Anybody outside of that, our Giants beat reporters we know, but Mike Florio, not a Giants beat reporter. He's not. So I don't, want to say he's not asking for $45 million. I don't want to say he's not trying to break the bank, but I'm also not going to just believe this report that came out of absolutely nowhere. I've been seeing reports that the Giants might, DJ probably wants $30 to $39 million. That is what I've been seeing a lot. I have not seen one report outside of this one that is stating Daniel Jones could probably want more than $45 million a year. I haven't seen that nowhere. And my overall thoughts is I love Daniel Jones. I think Daniel Jones can be a great quarterback, an amazing quarterback, even better than he is now if the Giants are able to get the right weapons around him. But if we were paying you $45 million, if we were going to throw the franchise tag on you, it's going to be really hard to get a bigger contract because we don't have the weapons around you to get that job done. We are not going to have the weapons. We're not going to have the money to allocate to getting you what you need to be a successful QB when we're paying you $32 million on a franchise tag. An absolute $32 million cap hit towards the cap. We're paying you $45 million a year right now. We're not going to be able to give you a wide receiver one, a stable offensive line. We're not going to be able to bring back Saquon Barkley. That's just some of the things we got to take into account when we're talking about Daniel Jones and the New York Giants. But again, I don't think Daniel Jones is asking for $45 million. And if he is, I don't think Daniel Jones right now is a $45 million quarterback. I do not. Leave down below in the comment section your thoughts. It's crazy. It's a big decision. This is a very, very important offseason for the New York Football Giants. This is probably the biggest offseason we've had in a very, very long time with the contracts like Daniel Jones and Saquon Barkley looming. But leave down below in the comment section your thoughts. Leave down below in the comment section how you feeling about Daniel Jones. What is the contract you would want to bring back Daniel Jones on for the New York Giants? Mine is $38 million on like a 5-year deal. I think that is the right price. I think that's a fair price for both sides of the ball. But like I said, leave down below in the comment section your thoughts. That's what's gonna do it. 2 weeks before the free agency is when you can start throwing the franchise tag on guys. So we gotta wait. We're gonna get closer and closer, less than a month till we really see how this all will play out with Daniel Jones and New York Giants. But until then, it's me, boy Jay Dodds, and I am out. Go Giants. Thanks for watching.